Hi, I'm John Johnson, and I decided to take a look at should journalism be data driven? And in short, the answer is yes. Statistics do matter, and it's important that when you're writing articles, you have that in mind. Are you up on the latest trends? Are you trying to stay in touch with your community? And stats matter in anything we do, whether it's playing sports or board games or writing in journalism, it matters. And results-driven journalism is not just limited to a newspaper or a website. There's social media, there's blogging, there's television, radio. A journalist or an editor is someone who writes to a mass audience. And the key word in that is it's got to be a mass audience. You need to know what your mass audience is interested in and what's trending. And statistics prove that. It's easy to find what's going on, what your target audience is interested in, and what gets them going. Earlier this year, I had a chance to look at Yahoo.com, and that was one of the biggest websites out there. They have a ton of different avenues in which they write about, and statistically, they have some of the best writers. This is proven by the fact that they have a lot of their articles are referred to on Facebook, on Twitter. They're often posted, and their journalists are very well known and respected. They also do a great job of entertaining people. And this is one thing that I came across in working with at my job is finding out what goes on or what piques the interest of your clientele. Here's an image of Sayville Falls, our mini golf, their Facebook page. And what we did was we post different articles and ways to engage our fans, and we found out what gets them going. And statistically, it was proven that interactive reports and touching stories got to our fan base, and we decided to follow along with that trend and keep posting that, and it's helped drive our brand up, and it's helped drive our foot traffic. You also have to have quality material. Customers will advocate for you and your brand if your material is good. If they're happy and they think that your material is relevant, they're going to pass it on to other people, and they'll also come back to see what you have. As the saying goes, content is king. So if your content is really good and you have quality content, people are going to come back, and they're also going to refer your site to other people. Kind of like what's going on with Yahoo.com and their journalists. Here's a picture of my dog Peyton, and I wanted to tie this in to make it a little easier in an example. If I feed Peyton, my dog, 50% of the time good food and only entertain her 20% of the time, she's going to want to go elsewhere, and she's not going to be entertained. She'll find that from someplace else. So you have to make sure that your quality of what I'm feeding her and what you're feeding your audience 100% of the time is good and entertainment. The role of journalism is important, and there are a few principles, and you can find out more about this on journalism.org, but data supports that journalists who write and create content geared to their audience have better referral rates than those who do not. That's key. You've got to have content that's geared towards your mass audience. The public will let you know what they want to hear about, and it's your job to go out and write what's important to them. You've also got to stay up on the trends. Social media drives stories, and we've seen that over the past 4 to 5 years become a huge integral part of journalism. The Huffington Post and CNN have a significant amount of their referral traffic, up to 8%, coming from their social media usage and them posting their articles and their events on social media. And Facebook being one of their primary ones. 49.1% of social media platforms or companies find Facebook to be the most important social media avenue. But you've got to also know your key demographic and who's your audience. Your articles need to be geared towards them, and the statistics will back that up. Knowing your audience and what they like will help make your decisions about what you're going to post so much easier. You'll also be able to write, or your writing will be influenced by them. The tone of the way you go about things is always affected by your audience. Nowadays, information is so readily available that data-centric journalists are able to pick up things and find trends at the drop of a hat. And that's important because now that information is so readily available, and so out there, it's easy for you to put articles together and easy for you to get your stuff geared towards your audience. As a sports guy, I know my articles are geared towards my sports audience, which would be the Donald Sterling case, the Mark Jackson firing. Those are the people, or those are the articles that I'm going to personally write about, because that's what my audience wants to hear, and that's what drives up my ratings, and that's how people are going to come back, or what people are going to come back to look for when they come to view my site.